This is your WW3 News of a Monday afternoon. As you probably may know, I used to live in the United Kingdom. I think I'm about for 40 years to live here in Italy. I want to kick off with a story of the NHS in the United Kingdom. It's absolutely collapsing. And mind you, it's not just they're collapsing. I think other Western health systems are collapsing as well due to various problems. And when I was in hospital 2 years ago, at Pisa, which is Chisinello, I had a very interesting chat about how bureaucratically hospitals are run. And he said to me clearly and honestly, one day the National Health Service will be private. And seeing the way things are going, in the near future it will be all private. And on this there's founded concern, you should say. NHS, the National Health Service of the United Kingdom, which used to be, I'll tell you, probably one of the best health services in Europe. Very efficient, highly qualified doctors and nurses, efficient hospitals, and so on. This was once upon a time. Obviously, when they start reforming and taking money out of it, because it costs too much, and that. But the fact is, seeing giving illegals free health treatment of any type and free everything has a sudden dent on the taxpayer's pocket, or purse, you should say, public purse. And I don't know the name of their health minister in the United Kingdom, has said probably 1 in 4 will become a consultant of information. Therefore, you have to write to this consultant in the future. I don't know whether this reform, when it's going to kick into law. And God knows how long you're going to have to wait for the person to reply. Is it guaranteed time of reply, which they have to respond? How many people will end up on it? Mind you, there's going to be a lot of sick people diverted away from the national health. And you'll probably see the same consultant doing private surgery. That means, seeing the most of our population are filled with elders, and obviously with a certain age, you don't have a good health anymore, don't you? You're sick. So, when you think they're going to get the bloody money out of thin air for private treatment, it's absolutely ridiculous. This National Health Service was founded as a public health service for everyone who has a right to it. So what sense has it paid money and chip inside this service? Because seeing the way things go, will become American Health Service if you have private insurance. And we all know how private health insurance is on life or health works. They tend to have a lot of limitations, and they make you pay a hell of a lot of money for it. So it's another way to make money out of poor people. Insurance companies, in the end, you're left out hanging to dry. It's probably due to the way these health authorities are run, public managers. Instead of making these health authorities more efficient and so on, it becomes more efficient and it's becoming more expensive to run. And plus, regarding doctors and nurses leaving the public health service, I think the pandemic made a lot of people go away because they never took a certain thing, and therefore they went away. And you've got 12% of the population of children in the United Kingdom which has mental or psychiatric disabilities, which they won't able to work or lead a full autonomous life. They always have to be assisted by the state or kept in special institutions. Where are they going to get the money from that? Out of thin air. This is a bit like the situation here in Italy, keeping non-sufficient people in these institutions, which here in Italy is around about 4 billion quid. This business is worth. So it can turn into a business, and there's very little money coming out of it, out of the public purse, to be spent on the health service. It's absolutely, ridiculous. And the fact you should have free treatment. Well, a number of years now, you have to pay a type of minimum charge on prescriptions, exams, and don't forget about the waiting list if you need an exam done, or an X-ray, or an ER done. No, probably within 1 year if you're lucky enough. But if you've got the money, if you go private, they do it straight away. It's pushing people who pay for the National Health Service towards the private service, because probably the fact people getting more iller, more sick. The elderly, they're getting more sick. When you reach a certain age, your certain illnesses, which years ago only small percentages existed, or probably never heard of. And all of a sudden, since 2021, boom, all types of diseases, syndromes, bingo, they went sky high. For example, turbo cancer, sky high, out of the blue. Catch you within 1 year, you're on deathbed already. I have seen cases of dearest friend, one in the family, dearest friend, died of turbo cancer. What is it the fact that in the old society, then no one will send you the cure as well? It's a very big business. I can't exclude. If they do that, they probably are doing it. It's probably not a recent thing. It's probably a thing which has been going on many years. We have pharmaceutical companies seeing the sales of certain pharmaceuticals go down. They have to invent some type of pandemic to boost their sales, which is convenient even for the government to have a more tighter control on the population. Because remember 6 years ago, a pandemic, lockdowns, social distances, masks, mandatory dabbies up and down, and an absolute paranoia in society with those who don't have much of a so-called, how do you say, common sense, and anything what and the powers that be say to them, they fall for it. Most people fall for it, and that was only just what you would call it, dress rehearsal for something a bit more sinister coming down the pipeline.